wait a minute. I gotta jump in on this. You know,
Jump in,
a
sir.
couple of things. A couple of things. Number one, you know, it's easy for armchair quarterbacks to say that, you know, Vice President Harris had the ability to interject and, you know, a Harris presidency is just going to be continuation of the Biden administration. That is categorically incorrect. Number one, as vice president, it is your job to support and promote the agenda of the head of the party, in this case, President Biden, and she did that job well. She's only been the candidate at the top of the ballot for the Democrats for 4.5 months. So I gotta give credit to Vice President Harris for getting her agenda and putting her agenda and her priorities together in such a short amount of time. I think what we also have to look at is the fact that when we
Dr.
talk
Atiyah,
about
what do you think of what Justin says?
Well, listen, you know, Vice President Harris has not had a single press conference where she actually spoke to the voters face to face without having a teleprompter. Nobody really knows.
No, sir,
what
she had.
Yesterday, she was asked about her vote in California. She even refused to give her opinion about how she voted on very important, police-related voting in California. So she does not really want to tell the voters what she
Sir,
really
I know
believes.
I'm not being biased here, but it's her own personal issue, and it's an issue that's related to her.
She's going to be the president of the United States. We need to know, as voters, as U.S. citizens, what she's standing for. Right now, everything that she said since day one, since she was promoted to replace President Biden, who everybody said that he was doing great and he was fully able to continue for another term, and suddenly she was replaced and she jumped into the election without being
Okay,
voted.
Mr. Johnson, you were smiling. May I know why you were smiling now?
Listen, we agree to disagree on a lot of things, but here is the fact is, tomorrow the American people will decide who is going to be the next president, not just the next president, who's going to have control of the White House, control the Congress and the Senate. And I think this is equally important.
Dr. Atiyah, I just want to know why Mr. Justin was smiling and giggling now.
I am completely mystified by what I'm hearing right now from my fellow guest. Is the idea that she has not done any media outreach or has not
Dr. Amgad is just an economic expert, by the way. He isn't.
I respect his opinion. I truly respect his opinion. But tell me one time that she had a proper press conference.
Why are you against Harris?
I'm for the United States. I don't believe that the next 4 years will be better if she is the president of the United States. We are on the brink of third world war. And there is nothing that
we haven't reached this. The situation haven't worsened to a brink of a third world war, sir.
Well, you don't know what Russia will do if they see another weak administration. None of this would have happened if President Trump
hold
was
on.
Okay, let's listen to Mr. Johnson, please. Mr. Johnson, what do you want to say? Mr. Johnson, finally. Mr. Johnson, what do you want to say?
I've got to step in. I mean, number one, this is, with all due respect to your fellow guests, what he's saying is completely misinformed, and quite frankly,
that is not misinformed. This is the fact.
You sit there and say that
you can entitle to your opinion.
No. I did not interrupt you, sir. Sir, I did not interrupt you. I did not interrupt you, and you are not going to interrupt me. Your opinions are flawed. Your opinions, putting that out in public,
your opinion,
is dangerous. No. The facts still remain. Number one, there is no indication, and this is somebody, and I do this for a living, where I have to analyze and review and understand.
Justin Thomas, Russell, and Dr. Amgad Atiyah. Today is the eve of the elections. Tomorrow, everything is going to be on the tables and everything is going to be very obvious. So till tomorrow, dear viewers, we thank so much our guests, our experts, for their informative knowledge and insights. Thank you very much for being with us.